Hey, what's going on, everybody? Thank you so much for tuning into the channel today. So I've been getting a lot of questions, comments, emails about what happened to my 1965 Gibson Dove acoustic guitar. And I picked that guitar up a few months ago and pulled it out of the box, strummed a chord, and it just sounded incredible. And it was one of the best acoustic guitar sounds I've ever heard. But the guitar definitely had some issues, and I'm not an acoustic repairman. I fixed some electric guitars on this channel, but not an acoustic. So I didn't really know where to begin with that. And I do buy some guitars and fix them. Some I sell and some I get to keep. But this guitar was not one that I was looking to sell. So here it is. I still have it. This is the 65 Gibson Dove in all of its glory. And I will tell you guys today exactly what I've done to it in the past 3 months, and then what I will be doing to the guitar in the future to get it playing and sounding like it should. So the first thing you will notice here, the pickguard is removed, and well, let me go ahead and take this off and show you guys real quick. What makes this guitar very rare, actually, it's kind of a 2 or 3 year window where you could get the kind of options that this guitar has. So this is a tune-o-matic bridge on an acoustic guitar, and Gibson stopped doing this I think around 65 because they were getting a lot of flack about it. For me, I kind of enjoy weird, unique guitars, and so it definitely makes it different. A lot of people commented on the video that I should remove it. There's just no way I'm gonna take away, you know, a piece of Gibson history off of this guitar, especially when it functions as well as it does. So as you can see, it's pretty much all original. It's got that cool Gibson Dove truss rod cover there. A lot of play wear on the back of the neck, which is nice. It feels really worn in. It's got the wide nut, and it's not a thick neck by any means. It's kind of that mid-60s, you know, thinner C shape. It's very comfortable. It's actually a longer scale than standard Gibson acoustics. I think it's 25 and a half maybe, or something like that, but that also gives it a very unique sound. And then the back and sides are maple, and you can see that just beautiful cherry red translucent color. It's a very beautiful guitar. It really is. The binding is kind of yellowed, and then the top is natural, as you can see. So I reached out to my buddy Joel at JW Restoration. He's kind of a master luthier who's helped me through a lot of this stuff. He also builds the pickups that I talk about in a lot of these videos. And the first thing he said was, you know, you need to humidify the guitar and take the pickguard off. A lot of these cracks are caused by those two issues. And so with the pickguard, it's made of celluloid, I believe. And so here's my 59 Strat. You can see it's very cracked and, you know, shrunken, and that's what happened to these guards that are now 50, 60 years old. Unlike the Strat, that pickguard is glued to the body. And so when that pickguard starts to shrink, it pulls the wood with it, unfortunately. And that's why you'll see all of the cracks on the guitar are, you know, right around the pickguard area. And the other problem is the humidity. When these guitars get really dry, it starts to exacerbate these issues. In removing the pickguard, which I carefully did for the first time with minimal damage, you allow that wood to kind of breathe again. And so it's been basically sitting in a humidified room for the past 3 months, trying to just bring everything back to where it's supposed to be. And I've compared photos to some of these cracks, and they've actually kind of shrunken a little bit. And there was one really bad crack right here at the pickguard neck binding area. That was all out of whack, and it's totally flush now. And then some of these other cracks, like in this area right here, look a lot better than they did. I'm sure if you go back and look at the original video of the guitar, you can kind of see what I'm talking about. So I've pretty much done everything I can do at this point myself, and Joel lives in the Northeast, so I'm just kind of waiting for the weather to heat up so I can put this in the mail, get it to him, and he can work his magic. So also the top is pulling up a little bit. I mean, it's not terribly bad. I've definitely seen worse. So I'm not sure if he will attack that area, but certainly get these cracks sealed up, put the pickguard back on, and just kind of shore this thing up so it can live a long life and be used. The other thing I want to do is put a pickup in the guitar so I can use it live, and then hopefully I can get it back and it'll be ready to go. So I definitely need this guitar because an acoustic guitar does inspire you in different ways, and when you haven't played a good one, which I had not really, you don't understand, you know, how creative it can be when you've played electric guitars your whole life. So I'm hoping to send it by April, and we'll see. I mean, depending on how much work he has to do, I'm hoping I can get it back in a reasonable time. But I'm wanting to use it on the record I'm hoping to make, and also I thought it would be really cool to maybe start doing some live streams acoustic, maybe with my bass player as well. We can do, you know, kind of some acoustic shows live or maybe not live. And let me show you the pickguard real quick. Actually, I meant to do that earlier. So here it is. I was able to get it off the guitar. It's a very cool pickguard. I believe this Dove is purloined, and from what I've been told, what I've read, these were hand inlaid and hand painted as well, and they do shrink very badly. So I've had it clamped in between two pieces of wood, and as of right now, knock on wood, right? I mean, it was already shrunk to begin with, but if you compare kind of the outside lines, I mean, it's pretty much exactly the way it was. So it just needs to be glued back in place, and that's what we'll be looking at. But yeah, that is the story on the guitar, and I'm looking at maybe like a 2-month timeline, and we might be going live with this thing at some point, or at least doing some maybe just acoustic song sessions. So thanks for tuning in today, guys. Like I said, I hope wherever you are in the world, things are going okay, and just hang in there. That's all we can do at this moment. At this point, I'm trying to do 2 to 3 videos per week to try to bring you guys some joy or entertainment, so you can expect that to be coming to you this week, okay? I will see you guys in the next video, all right? Peace.